AI accelerates things. No matter what tool you're doing, it's going to accelerate whatever system you're in, and it's going to show any weakness within that system. So strengthen the things that you can strengthen,
Yeah.
identify those, and if you want to make yourself valuable in the system that you're with the people you're working with, then start sharing that knowledge with them. If you look at AI like putting a turbo engine in a car,
Hmm.
let's say you just have a Toyota Celica, should not have a turbo engine, right? So if that car is your infrastructure and you put a turbo engine in there, but you keep the same brakes, the same steering, the same chassis, you've just made a really fast car that probably doesn't have the foundation to support that speed, right?
That's
And so
good.
AI is that turbo engine that does that. So
Yeah.
then you have to think about what other parts of the system you've accelerated, you've increased your efficiency, but your
Yeah.
capacity has not been increased. And that's how it works with if you increase your capacity as a grant writer and you start pumping out more grants, you've increased your efficiency, but the capacity to review it, the
You
capacity
got to
to govern
review
it
it.
doesn't. You're going to have a
Yeah.
bottleneck, right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
so here's the interesting thing. If you're going to have AI enhanced operations, you're going to have, to keep up with it, you're eventually going to have AI enhanced governance.
Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
that looks like is to be determined. Like that's one of those things like, so what do you mean an AI advanced board? Like that process is going to have to be there. And a
Hmm.
lot of people will think, well, if we're slowing down, if we're getting bottleneck, why don't we just get more tools or do
Hmm.
more training
Yeah.
or let's give someone else the decision rights so that we don't have to do it. Then you're shifting that burden onto someone else who's probably not going to want to do it. If you're
Yeah.
telling me I now have the decision rights on a report, because it always goes up, right? So AI
Yeah.
speeds things up, the pressure goes up. The pressure
Yeah.
goes on the leadership now who has to make all those decisions. So if you're saying,
Yeah.
well, we'll just give you the decision rights, I'm not sure I want the decision rights because I can't verify the data that came in here. I don't know exactly
Yeah.
how it got compiled. Like, I don't want to be responsible for that. You know what? I'm just going to go back to doing it by hand. Like,
Yeah.
then you get
Yeah.
that. And that's actually one of the things I told you about this report. That was one of the problems. People would adopt it, try it, and they'd back away.
Mm. Yep. Yep. I can totally see that. I mean, I feel like I've gone through that cycle,
Yeah.
right?
Backing
And
away could have lots of reasons, right? It could just
yeah.
be it was a
Well, I
crappy
mean, then I
tool.
adopted again, but you know what I mean? Like there's like kind of like this cycle of overwhelm because everything's moving so fast too. So just even
Yeah.
like, whoa. And then in my business too, one of my co-coaches, Gwen, she has been with AI for like years now, right? Like hers, like she's been like on it. So she's constantly sending me, because I'm the decision maker, all of the amazing things that it can do. And I'm
Mhm.
constantly pushing back and going, wait, I need time to think and process and see how this actually works. Than just being like, yeah, go. Because I'm like, no. Like, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm the
It's overwhelming.
bottleneck sometimes, but that's okay because that's where our capacity is too, right? So it's like also going, okay, then I'd have to offboard other things on my plate to just be managing a lot of that. So it's also
Yeah.
looking at those types of things, right? What would that look like? And I think that's an interesting and curious question to be like, what else does your board need to not do so they have more time to make these types of decisions, right? Could
Right.
they
Work.
outsource anything else that they're doing currently to make
Right.
these decisions? Yeah,
Yeah. And they have to be careful not to outsource their governance, their role
exactly.
to make it
That's
like,
what you,
well, we'll
yeah.
make our job their job. Yeah. It's a fascinating topic. Like I would
Mhm.
tell people like look beyond the tools and realize that AI accelerates things. No matter what tool you're doing, it's going to accelerate whatever system you're in, and it's going to show any weakness within that system. So strengthen the things that you can strengthen,
Yeah.
identify those, and if you want to make yourself valuable in the system that you're with the people you're working with, then start sharing that knowledge with them. Hey, look at the systems that we have set up. We need to increase our capacity. If we're going to do that, we have to have cleaner data. We have to have agreed upon definitions. We have to have better oversight. These things go in place. Now let's plug in AI and you become that resource. You become that strategic advisor.
Yeah. And I like how you talked about like AI readiness, because we talk about grant readiness all the time, in our department. But like AI readiness, what other things are you looking at to be like, are you AI ready? Is it like more about like, are you ready to implement these certain tools or processes or even policies? Like, what does that kind of look like?
So let's define AI readiness. So AI readiness is there's multiple stages to it, right? So what I follow and created is what I call this the AI adoption map. And that starts with having the problem that you want to solve. So a
Mhm.
lot of people think AI readiness just means we need to be AI ready and you go where and they go everywhere. Okay, well
Mhm.
that's a big lift, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a distinct problem to solve, and maybe it is we need to get more grants out next year. Now you have a lot of questions. Okay, so how many grants are we doing each year? What programs will we be doing it with? Where's the data coming from? Is that data reliable? Who's the one who makes decisions on what grants we go for? What decision points do you need to make throughout the point? Who's checks and balancing? Who's reviewing all this data? Because now you're accelerating the input, you're going to accelerate the output. If AI accelerates the input and your review process is human based, that person's going to be overloaded. So those are
Mhm.
the checks and balances. You determine whether you can safely integrate the AI. Can you start adding AI to this particular problem? And so there's three factors to AI readiness. Once you know you have a problem that you can, all right, we can probably do it with this, right? Then you have your data has to be clean. You have to have clean governance, and you have to have operations. So your execution, your people, your staff, right? So those are the things you need to look at, and those are kind of the three pillars behind it. You just look to see like what's the workflow, where are the checks and balances, how many people, where's the data come from, who's responsible for determining what data is accurate. When it
Mhm.
gets done, who's going to review that, who
Mhm.
determines which programs, all those decision factors are part of that workflow. If you don't have those in place, AI will make it up. AI will make it happen, right? It's like, well,
Mhm.
you wanted this outcome, I gave you this outcome, right?
Mhm.
You said you wanted more money. Well, I wrote a grant for a whole new program for you, and you got it, but no one told it what the outcome was supposed to be, right?
Mhm.
So there's risk there, right? The other risk is when you have, let's say you increase the amount of grants. So you went from 10 to 30. AI
Mhm.
could easily triple your grant output. It's probably everybody knows. That's great. It looks great. Your board will be happy, right? They'll be like, ooh, we just got 30 grants, right? But the person reviewing it, it's probably the same person who probably didn't have enough time to review 10, right? One a month each time. And so that review process gets a little more of a skim. So
Mhm.
maybe a program outcome just shifted a little bit from your mission, or maybe the actual reporting, right? Okay, we'll report quarterly. Sure. That gets skimmed and approved. All of a sudden, you have 30 grants for programs that are a little bit drifted off your mission and a reporting schedule that you just can't handle because you don't have the people to do it. AI will happily do that if you don't have someone there to check and balance all that stuff along the way. So
Yeah.
that's where AI just accelerates the discovery of these problems. So if you didn't know you have these problems, AI will make sure you did.